Hey, everyone, I need you to slow down for a second because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. Picture this, you're all set to binge watch the final season of Stranger Things. You clear your schedule, you've got snacks, you've got drinks, you've got your friends on standby. And then, on November 26th, you hit play. But instead of 9 episodes, you only get 4. You think, wait, where are the rest? And then Christmas comes, and surprise, you get 3 more. You think it's over. But no, let's start with a quick reminder. Stranger Things changed television. It brought back the feeling of being a kid, riding your bike to your friend's house, feeling like anything is possible. It mixed that small-town charm with pure horror, with a little bit of sci-fi magic. We fell in love with Eleven's powers, with Mike's loyalty, with Dustin's humor, with Lucas's bravery, with Will's struggles, and of course, with the Demogorgon. It felt real. It felt like home. And over the years, we've laughed, now, you might be sitting there thinking, why would they do that? I want to watch it all at once and talk about it with my friends. Trust me, I get it. I'm a hardcore fan too. But Netflix isn't just looking at you as a fan, they're looking at you as a viewer. They want to keep you around longer. They want to keep the buzz going. They want to slot Stranger Things into every major holiday weekend when we're all home, scrolling through Netflix. Think about it. Thanksgiving weekend is one of the biggest streaming weekends of the year, and Netflix knows that any show released then can dominate the conversation. But it's not just about timing. It's about the drama. Remember how season 4 was split into 2 parts? That finale cliffhanger? It broke the internet. Everyone was talking about it for weeks. They wanted to know what happened next. No one could handle the wait. And that's the point. This split release builds hype and conversation. It reminds us why we fell in love with these characters in the first place. It gets us talking, theorizing, spamming social media, making memes, and craving just a little more until the next drop. Okay, so let's break down the official plan. Volume 1 drops on November 26th at 5:00 p.m. PST. That's 4 episodes. Volume 2 drops on December 25th. Merry Christmas. That's episodes 5, 6, and 7. And Volume 3 drops on December 31st at 5:00 p.m. PST, right before the ball drops in Times Square. That's the finale. And with each volume, we're going to see the stakes rise. Hawkins is in chaos. The rifts are open. Vecna is missing, and our heroes are desperate to find and kill him. But with the government stepping in, things get even more complicated. Everything we love about this show, the suspense, the friendships, the small moments, will be stretched out in the best way possible. Now, let's get a little emotional for a second. There's something special about waiting. I know it sounds weird. How can waiting be special? But think about it. When we watched season 1, it was all there. We binge-watched it in a weekend, and it was over before we knew it. We felt the magic, but it was gone so fast. But when you have to wait, every single day without new episodes is filled with memories. You remember the laughs you had watching Dustin and Steve, the tears you cried for Hopper, and the chills you felt when Eleven first used her powers. Every day of waiting is a reminder of how much you care. Let's talk about the holiday connection. Netflix knows that when families gather, they want to share experiences. You know how it goes, someone mentions a show, and suddenly the whole family is watching together, passing the popcorn, arguing about who's right and who's wrong. Stranger Things is the perfect bait for that conversation. Hey, have you seen what happened to Eleven? Did you see that crazy fight scene? I can't believe they left it on a cliffhanger. It's water cooler talk, but now it's living room talk. And that's exactly what Netflix wants. They want us to be together, talking about Hawkins like it's our hometown. But I know what some of you are thinking, this feels like a cash grab. Netflix is milking us. I just want to watch the whole thing. And you wouldn't be wrong. It does feel like Netflix is playing us. But let's be real, if you didn't care about the story, you wouldn't be here watching this video right now. We all love Stranger Things. We all want more. And if splitting it into 3 parts means we get to savor those final moments, if it means our hearts race every time we count down to the next release, then maybe it's worth it. Now, I want to talk about the storyline itself because that's where the real magic is. The official synopsis tells us that it's fall of 1987. Hawkins is scarred by the opening of the rifts. Our heroes are united by a single goal, find and kill Vecna. But he's vanished. No one knows where he is or what he's planning. Meanwhile, the government has put Hawkins under a military quarantine. Eleven has to go into hiding again. As the anniversary of Will's disappearance gets closer, a familiar dread sets in. The final battle is looming and it's going to be bigger and darker than anything we've ever seen. Think about Mike, Lucas, and Dustin standing in that school hallway, their faces lit by flickering lights, knowing they have to go down to the tunnels one last time. Think about Eleven, scared out of her mind, running through the woods as soldiers chase her down. Think about Will, trying to prove that he's more than just a kid who disappeared. Think about Joyce, desperate to keep her family together. Think about Hopper, believing he's dead, fighting in a hellish Russian prison. All these storylines are colliding, and we don't know who's going to make it out alive. Let's break down what's happening in each volume. Volume 1 is setting the stage. We get to see the fallout from Season 4. We see Eleven struggling with her powers. We see Mike, Lucas, and Dustin dealing with life without Eleven by their side. We see Will trying to find his place again. We see Joyce and Murray searching for Hopper. We see everything leading up to that meeting in the tunnels. And by the end of those 4 episodes, we're left hanging. We're left wanting more. We're left wondering, where is Vecna now? And what's about to happen when they finally lock eyes with him? Volume 2 drops on Christmas Day. That's not a random choice. It's genius. While everyone's unwrapping presents, Netflix is unwrapping episodes of Stranger Things. And while you're eating dinner with your family, people are sneaking off to their rooms to watch the new episodes. It's a holiday tradition in the making. And the episodes themselves are going to be like mini movies. They're longer. They're more intense. We're expecting some big reveals. We might see a face-off between Eleven and Vecna. We might see Hawkins fighting for its life. We might even see new characters step in at the last second. Season 4 gave us that massive cliffhanger. Remember that moment when Hopper's fate was unknown? We're still talking about it. Season 5 is going to give us even more reasons to lose our minds. Then comes Volume 3 on December 31st. What a way to ring in the new year watching the final battle for Hawkins and the Upside Down. It's emotional. It's nostalgic. It's everything. You're going to have tea with your family, or maybe you're at a friend's house, passing around the remote, arguing about theories, and suddenly it's time for the finale. You press play, and it's game over. We see the final showdown with Vecna. We see who lives, who dies, who sacrifices themselves, who finds redemption. And after it's over, we're going to be left in a quiet room, processing everything we just watched, wishing the Duffers would let us have more, and probably feeling empty because this is the last time we visit Hawkins. Now, you might wonder about that trend that other shows have used. Cobra Kai, The Witcher, and even Stranger Things Season 4 use split releases. It's not new. But it's powerful. When The Witcher came back, people binged Part 1 and talked about it for weeks. When Cobra Kai dropped Part 1 of its final season, the memes started flying. We remember these moments. They become part of pop culture. And Netflix knows this. They're not just scheduling episodes, they're scheduling moments. They're creating appointments with all of us. They're making sure we mark our calendars and keep talking until the next draw. Let's get personal for a beat. I remember watching Season 1 with my best friend. We stayed up until 3 in the morning, eating popcorn and freaking out. We called each other at 2 in the morning, "Did you see what just happened? I can't believe Eleven flipped that van. What is that Demogorgon?" We felt so connected through those episodes. And when Season 4 split, we felt lost. We waited 2 whole months before Part 2 dropped. We lit candles, we made theories, we dyed our hair to look like Eleven. We talked about it non-stop. We drew maps of Hawkins. We drank from Hopper-style thermoses. That sense of waiting and longing was as much a part of the experience as watching the show itself. I remember when the show first started, we had no idea how big it would become. From Hawkins to the Upside Down, from the arcade games to the Mind Flayer, each season gave us moments we still talk about today. Season 5 is the grand finale, and Netflix wants to make sure we feel every second of it. This isn't just another show, it's our story, our memories, our late-night chats, our first scares, and our friendships. We've cried together, laughed together, and now we'll face this ending together. If you're watching this video right now, I want you to think about where you were when you first watched Stranger Things. Were you in high school? Were you in college? Did you watch it with your family? Did you watch it alone in your room? And how did it make you feel? Did it make you want to be brave? Did it make you want to stand up for your friends? Did it make you believe in something bigger? That's the power of this show. That's the heart of this show. And as we head into the final chapters, we need to remember why this show mattered to us in the first place. So what should you do right now? First, clear your schedule for November 26th, December 25th, and December 31st. Make sure you're ready. Get your friends hyped. Make a group chat. Plan your snacks. Plan your reactions. Plan your theories. Turn your living room into a Hawkins bunker if you have to. But don't miss a second. Second, make sure you've rewatched Season 4. You need to remember the cliffhanger. You need to remember how Eleven and Mike's relationship was strained. You need to remember how bad things looked when Vecna almost won. Every detail matters now. Third, join a community. If you're not already part of a fan group, get on Reddit, Discord, TikTok, Twitter, wherever. Find people who love the show as much as you do. Share your predictions. Make fan art. Write fan fiction. Dress like a Scoops Ahoy employee if it makes you happy. Buy a waffle maker in honor of Eleven if you want. It doesn't matter. Just be part of the conversation. Because watching Stranger Things is not a solo activity. It's a community event. It's a shared experience. And that's why this split release will be even more powerful. It keeps us talking, keeps us connected, and keeps our hearts beating fast. Now, let's talk about the possible downsides. Maybe you get caught up in spoilers. Maybe you see a tweet that ruins part of the story. Maybe you watch Volume 1 and you hate where it's going. Maybe you're frustrated by the wait. That's okay. Those feelings are valid. Frustration means you care. Frustration means you're emotionally invested. And that's the most powerful reaction of all. We want to feel something. We want to be part of something that moves us. We want to be challenged and surprised. And if we're worried or annoyed, that just means we're still in the game. So yes, there's risk in splitting the season. We might lose viewers. We might have people saying screw this, I'll wait until it's all out. But here's the thing, for fans like us, the ones who care, the ones who feel, this split release is a gift. It's like a holiday present that keeps giving. It's like a countdown to the best party of the year. And every time you think you can handle it, Netflix will drop another episode and remind you why you fell in love in the first place. Before we wrap up, I want to read a comment from someone in our community. @HawkinsHero said, "I've been a fan since day one. I remember watching with my little brother, and now we're both adults. I can't believe it's ending. But I'm grateful for every moment. That's the heart of this. That's the soul of this. We've grown up with these characters, and now we get to say goodbye, in stages, with our hearts on fire. And I promise, this ride is going to be legendary, something we'll remember long after the credits roll. Stay hyped and excited, always stay together." So here's my final thought. Netflix splitting Stranger Things Season 5 into 3 parts may feel like a tease, but it's a chance to live in Hawkins for longer. It's a chance to feel every high and every low as it happens. It's a chance to share it with everyone you know, on holidays that matter. And it's a chance to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We're not just fans. We're a family. We're a community. We're Hawkins' vigilant protectors, ready to face the darkness one last time. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into why Netflix is doing what they're doing. If you did, smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And drop a comment below with your wildest theories for Season 5. Who do you think will survive? Who will fall? What secrets will be revealed? I read every single comment, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Stay safe, stay strange, and I'll see you in Hawkins.